Hey Germany, it's Jeff Kinney, author of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Of course, you know it as Greg's Tagebuch. So I'm going to show you how I draw in Greg's style and Rowley style. So come on around. All right, I've got my cartooning pen here. So I'm going to start off by drawing Greg's eyes, right? Two eyes there. I go with the nose that's right underneath that first eye. And now the hardest part, which is to draw an almost perfect circle. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. Today it looks like I did a pretty good job. Okay, Greg's hair, just 3 hairs to keep him really simple. I like that about cartooning. It's the art of simplicity. So you're trying to use as few lines as possible to make the biggest impact possible. So here's Greg. Usually he's frowning. Today he'll be smiling for Germany. Now Greg's body isn't straight up and down, it curves, almost like a banana. In fact, in some countries, Greg is literally called the banana. So he's called, it says right on the cover of the Portuguese books and the Brazilian books, it's Diário de Banana. So that's pretty funny. Now, in the US, the series is called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but in Germany, it's just called Greg's Journal, which I think is really interesting. I don't know if there's really a word for wimp in German, so I'm learning a lot about other cultures just from the language that we use. Now, like I said, I like to keep things really simple, so 4 fingers is enough for a cartoon character. That's really 3 fingers and a thumb. And so, like I said, Greg sort of curves like a banana. So now he starts to curve back out. So he's curved like this, and now he's going to curve back out again. So here we go. I'm going to curve his legs this way. I made his ankle a little bit too thick. And here we go. What's great about drawing on a computer, which is where I usually draw, I've got my tablet right here, is that if I make a mistake, I can just undo. But if I'm drawing directly with pen, I don't really have that chance. So here we go. Here are Greg's big feet, which keep him all on the ground without falling over. I usually draw a few pieces of grass, and then I always sign my work because then you know who did it. So that is Greg Heffley in Greg's style. So now I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna draw in a lower style, and this is Rowley Jefferson style. You can see actually what's kind of funny is I'm using an old sketchbook, and this is actually an image that's from one of the movies. So this is pretty cool. This is the pencil image I used, and then we turned that into ink for one of the Wimpy Kid movies. And here I'm drawing in Rowley's style. Now Rowley is a much lower style. He draws more primitively. So really simple. Like I said, Greg is really all about simplicity, but Rowley's even doubly so. And Rowley's style is a lot messier too. So you can see right off the bat, Rowley's got a wide head. So he draws his head really wide. And he's got this really joyful look to him. So Rowley, he always has his mouth open. He's only got 2 expressions really, mouth open happy, mouth open sad. So we're doing mouth open happy here. And here you go, he's got these big teeth, and I think the gap between his teeth really makes us feel like he's young, maybe a little bit young for his age. And so here Rowley is going to be really proud of himself. Like I said, with Rowley, he doesn't need to be perfect. Like with the Greg drawings, he needs to look the same each time. And with the Rowley drawings, I made the decision early on that Rowley would really look different each time. It gives the drawings a much more authentic feel in a way, because it looks like it wasn't made by a machine. It looks like, you know, that a kid is really drawing this. And I've had some pretty funny situations because sometimes I'm doing my work on a plane, I'm traveling, and people look at what I'm doing, and here I am drawing like a 6-year-old, and people give me funny looks because they think I'm just drawing these really childish drawings, which I am, but they don't know I'm really doing it from Rowley's perspective. I always tilt Rowley's feet down a little bit so that everything isn't perfect, and then sometimes I'll give him those pieces of grass too. I'm still gonna sign it even though this is Rowley's drawing. I drew it, got a little smudge on his mouth, and that's how it's done. That's how I draw the Wimpy Kid characters, and that's how I get into the heads of Greg Heffley and Rowley Jefferson. Can't wait to come back to Germany. I'll see you down the road.